You have seen the headlines. You have heard the whispers of impossible rescues pulled from the jaws of chaos. But what you have never truly witnessed is the cost, the pain, the quiet resolve it takes to run toward gunfire when every instinct screams to run away. Air Force Pararescue is not a story of glory. It is a story of obligation, of men who accept that when others fall, when missions collapse, when hope is nearly extinguished, they will be the ones sent in, not to fight for territory, not to chase victory, but to recover the wounded, the isolated, the broken, and bring them home alive from places no one else can survive. Before the barracks, before the medals, before the title guardian angel, there is a moment, often invisible, often deeply personal, that sets a future pararescueman on this path. It does not begin with a desire to be admired. It begins with a question that refuses to let go. Who will come for them if everything goes wrong? For some, it is a childhood shaped by service. Watching a parent deploy and wondering if anyone would be there if the worst happened. For others, it is a single image burned into memory, an aircraft down, a name read at a memorial, a story of a soldier who did not make it home. These moments plant a seed that grows into an unshakable conviction. No one gets left behind. Not on paper, not in speeches, not in reality. The men who pursue pararescue are not reckless thrill seekers. They are deliberate, thoughtful, intensely aware of the cost of failure. Psychologically, they occupy a rare space where empathy and violence coexist without contradiction. They must be compassionate enough to cradle a dying teammate in their arms, steady enough to whisper reassurance through chaos, and ruthless enough to return fire with precision when survival demands it. They train not just to endure fear, but to function inside it, to make decisions while their heart pounds against their ribs, while their lungs burn, while seconds determine whether someone lives or dies. Then comes indoctrination, the brutal baptism that strips away ego and illusion. Nearly 2 years long, the pararescue pipeline is designed with a singular purpose: to eliminate everyone who cannot be trusted with another human life under the worst conditions imaginable. Days begin before sunrise and end long after exhaustion sets in. Water confidence training becomes a personal reckoning, as instructors force candidates into scenarios that simulate panic, entanglement, and near drowning. Breath is rationed, muscles cramp, the mind begins to bargain. Quit, it whispers. Just stop. But stopping is not an option when someone else's survival may one day depend on your ability to keep going. Candidates run until their legs feel hollow, swim until their shoulders scream, and carry weight until posture collapses. Sleep becomes a memory. Cold seeps into bone during hypothermia drills where shivering turns violent, and decision-making grows dangerously slow. Simulated rescues are conducted under relentless pressure, casualties screaming, instructors yelling, time slipping away, every mistake is magnified, every weakness exposed. The attrition rate is unforgiving. Many of the strongest athletes fail. Many of the most confident leaders quit. What remains are those who can suffer silently and still think clearly. Those who understand that pain is temporary but failure can be fatal. By the time a pararescueman earns his Barrett, his body is scarred and his mind recalibrated. He has learned that fear is not something to be eliminated, but managed. That exhaustion is not an excuse. That teamwork is not a slogan, but a lifeline. And when the call comes, when a mission spirals into disaster, he is ready to step into the jaws of chaos. Real-world rescues do not unfold like scripted heroics. They are messy, violent, and terrifyingly fast. A helicopter skims low over hostile terrain, rotors chopping the air as dust and debris explode upward in blinding clouds. Tracer fire arcs through the darkness. Radios crackle with fragmented updates. Somewhere below, a wounded soldier bleeds out by the second. The PJ does not have the luxury of hesitation. He jumps anyway, hits the ground hard, moves toward the sound of gunfire with medical gear strapped tight and weapon at the ready. Every rescue is a calculation made under fire. Which route offers the least exposure? Which injury will kill first? whether to retreat now or move immediately. In mountainous terrain, altitude steals breath and strength while enemies blend into rock and shadow. In urban environments, danger comes from every window, every doorway. In maritime operations, darkness and cold conspire to erase margins for error. Pararescuemen jump from high altitude, swim through wreckage, fast rope into kill zones, and crawl through rubble to reach those others cannot. Technology aids them advance night vision that turns darkness into ghostly green landscapes, precision navigation systems, medical equipment capable of sustaining life far beyond what was once possible. But technology does not make the decisions. Humans do, and the moral weight of those decisions is crushing. Choosing who to treat first when multiple casualties lie bleeding. Deciding whether to press forward or extract when the situation deteriorates. Knowing that one wrong call could mean multiple coffins draped in flags. In modern combat zones, the pressure has only intensified. Enemies adapt, battlefields shift, the pace accelerates. Yet the mission remains unchanged: recover personnel, save lives, bring them home. Pararescuemen operate in the narrow space between success and catastrophe, where seconds stretch into eternities and silence before an order feels heavier than any explosion. When the mission ends, the scars do not fade with the dust. The unseen wounds follow them home. Nightmares replay moments they wish they could forget: the feel of blood on their gloves, the weight of a body that did not survive, the sound of a last breath taken too soon. The psychological toll of constant exposure to trauma accumulates quietly. There is no parade for resilience, no medal for enduring moral injury. Many PJs struggle with the transition to a life where danger is no longer constant, where purpose feels diluted, where silence replaces urgency. Support systems exist, and they matter. Peer networks where no explanation is required. Therapies designed to confront trauma rather than bury it. Programs that acknowledge that strength does not mean invulnerability. Yet the challenge remains profound. How do you measure a life after years defined by saving others? How do you slow down when your instincts are calibrated for crisis? These are battles fought far from headlines, in living rooms and quiet moments, long after the uniform is folded away. And still, the legacy endures. Air Force Pararescue continues to evolve, adapting its skills to humanitarian crises, disaster relief, and emerging global threats. When earthquakes reduce cities to rubble, they are there, digging through debris for survivors. When floods swallow communities, they move through rising waters without hesitation. Their mission transcends borders and politics. It is rooted in a simple, uncompromising promise: if you fall, someone will come. Recent acts of heroism rarely make front pages, but they ripple outward in lives saved and families spared unbearable loss. These men do not seek recognition. They operate in the margins, in the moments between catastrophe and hope. They are defined not by how they fight, but by whom they refuse to abandon. To understand Air Force Pararescue is to understand a deeper meaning of valor, one that exists beyond medals and ceremony. It is the courage to enter hell armed not just with weapons, but with compassion, the resolve to shoulder the weight of another's survival, the humility to serve in silence. They are the guardian angels who descend when everything has gone wrong, the hands that reach through smoke and darkness, the reason some heroes make it home at all. And long after the echoes of battle fade, their legacy remains a testament to what it truly means to rescue heroes in impossible situations.